preaching the word. Don't go out to camp and you scared. Put up my friends, get fly like a bird. We keep the commandments, don't know what you heard. Pull out some scripts like I'm a director. I stay with my sword, I'm ready whenever. It's the end of the world.
That is not betrothed. She don't belong to nobody, she's single. So I'm speaking game to a single woman. Read. In lie with her. And you lay down with her, right? He shall surely endow her to be his wife. You shall surely endow her to be your wife. No boyfriend, girlfriend, no common law. You gotta go get the paperwork and make that your wife, right? Because what our people do, you know, people raise pit bulls. What they do? I got the papers on it. I got the papers on my pit bull. I got the papers on my horse. I got the papers on my car. But you only got the papers on your woman. Go get the papers on your woman, bro. That's what we gotta do. And that's gonna cause a strong nation is built by strong marriages. Right, not boyfriend, girlfriend, not we've been together for years. You gotta make her your wife.
Commitment to that.
Commandment, right? Yeah. Because by breaking the commandments, what happened to us for breaking the commandments?
Oh man, we're not doing nothing right.
What happened to us? We're gonna show you with the Bible, right? Now we're gonna merge it all together. So now let's see Deuteronomy. Let's see what happens to us for breaking God's commandments. See for things like not marrying our women. We committing sin, right? Just sin. What is the consequences of sin?
It depends what.
Read it. Romans chapter 6 verse 23. For the wages of sin is death. So for committing sin, the wages is what you get paid, right? So what do you get paid for sin? Death, right? You gotta avoid death, right? Let's see what happens to our whole community when we break it as a nation. Read that. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments. Right? So if you ain't doing all his commandments, you what? You in sin, right? You're in sin. So he said, this is what's going to happen. It's going to come to pass if you don't do the commandments, if you sin in his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. If you sin, all these bad things are going to happen to us as a nation, right? If you look at the condition of our people, we are in a bad state. We are cursed. God said, if you break my commandments, you're going to be cursed. Give me 64. Let's see one of the curses that happened to our people. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. God said, if the Israelites break his commandment, he's going to scatter us among all people, right? So he's going to scatter us from Texas, all the way over here in America, all the way over to Ethiopia, to Africa, to Mexico. All these places for breaking God's commandments, right? What's the conditions of our people in Ethiopia?
Yeah.
Are we wealthy, or are we still struggling?
Struggling.
We struggle in Mexico, we struggle in Ethiopia.
We're struggling everywhere.
Everywhere, right? Let's see what God said about that. We're going to finish this verse and we'll get it. Read that. From the one end of the earth. From the one end of the earth, all the way on that side of the Atlantic Ocean, even unto the other, all the way over here. Our people were scattered, right? Read. In there, and wherever you at, thou shalt serve other gods. Have we served other gods?
Oh.
Have our people served other gods in the Bible?
Own God.
I'm going to show you something right now. By that shirt you have on, I can tell you served other gods. Because the God of this Bible never gave us the Lady of Guadalupe.
Right.
Never, is not here.
But she's still here though.
But the God didn't give us that. He said you're going to serve other gods. And I got another issue with that shirt. I'm going to show you too. Read that. Finish it. In there, thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Because our fathers didn't know that, right? And in Ethiopia, we serve gods our fathers didn't know. What are they represented by? Even wood. Even wood. What religion do we have today that's represented by wood?
What's the name?
What religion has a symbol that it's wooden? Wooden, right? Let's think. What is the symbol of Christianity? What is the symbol that they use to represent it?
The symbol?
Yes, the symbol. Not the man. What symbol do they use? A lot of our people walk around and make a what across their chest? A cross, right? What is a cross made out of?
Wood.
Wood. right?
Yeah.
So God said the Israelites are going to be scattered, and wherever they get scattered, they're going to serve other gods, even wood, Christian cross,
In stone.
in stone. What religion are our people in that they serve a stone?
You say stone?
A stone. What is a big religion in Ethiopia?
Wow. Europe.
Other than Christianity, what else?
Orthodox.
Huh?
Christian Orthodox.
Orthodox, Christian Orthodox. What about Islam? Muslims?
Exactly.
Right. They serve what? What kind of stone do they serve? The Kaaba stone. They make a hajj and go around the Kaaba stone. They bow down, they kiss it, they rub it, all that. God said the Israelites are going to be scattered and they're going to serve the Christian cross and the Kaaba stone. Is that not happening to our people? Today, our people serving it, right? That comes along with the Virgin Mary, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, I got a question for y'all now. Come to this side with me. Come to this side. Because, like I said, I have another issue with that shirt. And I can show you that it's false.
I'm sorry for
No. And I'm not offended. I'm just, our people, I'm offended that our people are confused about it. Right?
Yeah.
That's what offends me, is that we've been lied to so much, right?
Yeah.
So, who is this right here?
That's Jesus.
That's Jesus, right? You agree? That's what we've been told is Jesus, right? And that's Jesus' mama, right?
Yeah.
That's what they tell us, right? So now, are you the same race as your mom?
Exactly.
Are you the same race as your mom? Yes, right? We are the same race as our mom. Now we're going to see, what does Jesus Christ look like in the Bible? Not what they told us, not what they gave us. What does Jesus Christ look like in the Bible? God gives it to us. Revelation 1:1. You said what? Oh, you smart. Let's prove it with the Bible though. Read that.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The word revelation means the revealing of Jesus Christ. So John is going to reveal to us what Jesus Christ looks like, right? We got a physical description of Jesus Christ in the Bible, right? Read this. 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Who on the earth has hair like wool?
How about him?
Who on the earth has hair like wool?
My son right there.
Right? Let's see. What does a sheep wool look like? If sheep wool was on a human head, we would call it what? Nappy, kinky. That's what a sheep hairs look like, right? Like black people hair. So a sheep hair look like black people hair. That's Jesus Christ had hair like wool, right? Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, like yours, right? You got white woolly hair.
I'm white too.
Right. All praises. Read.
In his eyes was a flame of fire.
It says his eyes was a flame of fire. What was one of Christ's miracles that he did?
Miracles?
He died on the cross. He turned, what did he do with water?
Right.
No, that was Moses. He turned water into wine. Remember? Christ turned water into wine, right? He drank a little wine. His eyes turned red. He didn't get drunk. Let's verify it, because I see you and move some me. Let me get to the prophecy and show you we ain't making it up. We got to go to what, now we're going to go all the way back to Genesis. What did Moses say? How did Christ was going to look when he came? How you doing, sis?
Good.
What's your name?
Leah.
Leah? We showing our brothers here what Jesus Christ looks like. You know what Jesus Christ looks like? Does he look like this? No? All right, we're going to prove with the Bible and see what Jesus Christ looked like, right? So right now he said his eyes were like a flame of fire, right? And when I said he drank wine, I saw my brother kind of look like, what? Let's see what Moses said was going to happen. Read that.
Genesis 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
So Moses prophesied that when Christ came, his eyes were going to be red with wine, right? So let's go back to Revelation. So now John is revealing what Christ looked like. He said, what about his eyes?
In his eyes was a flame of fire,
Well, as a flame of fire, were red with wine, right? Now, let's get to the good part. If I can see your feet, I can tell what color the rest of your body is, right? You agree? You agree? You agree? If I can see your feet, I can tell what color your body is, right? Read.
In his feet,
I ain't talking about Jesus' feet.
like unto fine brass.
He said Jesus' feet was like fine brass. What color is the metal brass? Huh?
Like silver?
Silver, not silver.
No, not silver, it's like copper.
Copper, which is like what? A derivative of brown, right? So he looked at Jesus' feet. He said his feet was like brass. Read.
Yeah, bro.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. So if I take anything and I burn it, what color is it going to turn?
Black.
Black, right? So if Jesus Christ's feet was like brass burned in the fire, what was his face like? Brass burned in the fire, right? And so Jesus Christ, would he be looking like this if he walked on earth, or would he look more like a black man? Like a black man, right? So if Jesus Christ was a black man, his mama was what? A black woman. So Jesus Christ's mom would be a black woman. That's not what they gave us to worship. That's part of the lie that they gave us. This right here was a real man. His name is Caesar Borgia. He was the son of Pope Alexander VI. He was a murderer. He murdered his brother. He slept with his sister. He had a homosexual relationship with Leonardo da Vinci, who got paid to paint him as the son of God.
Saying that God is black.
God is black.
That's right.
Jesus is black. The angels is black. The Israelites are black. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites. We are God's chosen people, right?
He's not my color like
He's dark. They said Christ, he came from Judah. Let's see what Judah looks like. Because they don't discredit you. Why are some of our people lighter?
I'm just asking, you know.
Right. That's what we're showing. Is if you go back in down our family history, our history match up. We the same people. But why are you lighter? Because somebody came over here as a conquistador and mixed with our people. So some of our people came out lighter, and some of us haven't been mixed with. So we darker. We still got our original color, but some of our brothers have been lightened. Like yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm brown.
Right.
You know.
Right, but you are an Israelite, right? Now let's see what Judah looked like, because Christ came out of Judah, right? Let's see what Judah looked like.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourned in the gates thereof language.
Judah mourned, the blacks mourn in the gates language. That means the leaders. Our leaders have failed us, even all the way up until today. From then to today, our leaders have failed us, right? But let's see how they look.
They are black unto the ground.
Judah is black unto the ground. Jesus Christ was from Judah, and that's why he was black unto the ground. Why? What is the ground? What color is the ground?
Brown.
Brown. And the deeper you go, what happens? The darker it gets, right? So that's what we're showing. We are the Israelites, right? What happened? Hosea 7 and 8. Let me show you why Christ was more my color, you a little lighter. Let's see why. We gotta figure out the answers to these questions, right? This is the truth of the Bible. Have you ever heard this in the church? You in the church? I know you've been to church.
I'm Catholic.
Right. But have you ever heard this information come out? Because I can tell you Catholic by the shirt, right? But we just read, if Jesus is black, his mama should be black. Why they ain't give us a black? That means what?
I don't get a shirt that she's black.
No, it don't matter. I can show you a scripture where he said, don't worry about my mama. Worry about keeping my commandments. Right?
Exactly.
Well, let's see what happened. Why you a little lighter?
Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Ephraim is the so-called Latinos and the so-called Indians. They mixed themselves with the people. The conquistadors that came, y'all got mixed with them. Read.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
It said Ephraim is a cake not turned. Example, if you cooking a cake, right, a pancake, and you put it on, you put the batter down, right, and you don't flip it, it's not turned. What's gonna happen to the part at the bottom?
Turn black.
What about the one at the top?
Brown.
It's gonna be brown, right? So think about Mexicans. Think about Latinos. Some of them are very dark, and some of them are very light. That's what God said was gonna be with His people, the Israelites, the Ephraimites, and that's why we darker. But you dark to be Ephraim, but I'm darker. because the cake not turned. You're a little lighter, right? And so that's what we're showing with the Bible. It is okay, because you still got chosen people. You still got a gate in heaven. Right, you still got a gate in heaven. That's what we're showing you.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word